everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. And for both these teams, it's game one of the NBA Cup. Chance to notch a regular season win and, more importantly, starts strong in this group round.
Yeah, it's important to gain some early momentum because you can be out of this in a hurry. We've seen good teams blink, and they're gone.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Whitehead. Scotty Barnes is out there with Dawkins. And it's Thunder, and it's Smith in at the two-guard spot. Now, here's Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. Cunningham's got the opening bucket of the night here for the 76ers.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Rivers with it. Now guarded by Thunder. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Smith outside. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Thunder. Covered by Cunningham. Smith outside. They set the pick from past the arc. Hands it from downtown.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
Now, here's Johnson. After the miss from Thunder. Johnson, the pass to Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Rivers can't get it to go.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Now, here's Walton. Pass to Johnson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Cunningham. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Cunningham's got 7.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence. And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson, how he performed last season. Put up about 13 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, his scoring turns the tide.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Thunder. There's the drive.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Rivers finds Cunningham. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 10.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Out to Smith. Lets the three fly. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Rivers has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the foul called on Thunder. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here's Cunningham. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Rivers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And the second free throw, good. Nets trail by 5. Here's Thunder, covered by Cunningham. Pass to Walton. Hardaway with it. Cunningham looking it over. Lets it go from the wing. Rivers kicks to Cunningham. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. Rivers can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Thunder passes to Whitehead. Here's Thunder. Shoots it up. And the Nets miss again.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Walton. Another shot. Rivers. Yep, that one goes in there.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Hampton's checked in for the 76ers. The 76ers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Going inside, here's Dawkins. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Johnson outside. Pass to Cunningham. The rebound by the Nets.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against Charlotte just was phenomenal. He ended up with 28 points, and his passing was a cut above, with a ton of assists on the night. A mind-blowing effort, one that's going to be hard to repeat, but it's hard to bet against him. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Look at Thunder, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Sars checked in for Dawkins. Butler comes in for Scotty Barnes. Philadelphia's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. So for Brooklyn now, Scotty Barnes is out there with Whitehead. Then it's Dawkins, and it's Thunder, and it's Meyer in at the 2. Hampton misses.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Philadelphia's shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nets shooting around 40% from the floor here. And that one's good, Barnes. Barnes has got 5.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Whitehead. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Thunder. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Walton with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against Orlando.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
And that one's good, Wagner. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Thunder. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Whitehead. Bangs home the trifecta. Whitehead's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Wagner outside. To the middle. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Pass to Hampton. Here's Whitehead. Down low. And the basket by Hampton.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Barnes, screen on Walton. Thunder. Misses the 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Drives to the hoop. Rebound by Thunder. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skill to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those,
Yes.
that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Pass to Hampton. Now Lewis. Out to the right wing. Here's Hampton. Connects from 3-point range. Hampton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Thunder. Fires the 3. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
To the inside. Hampton misses. Nets trail by 21. Inside. And Dawkins slams it in.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's deflected, and so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Drew's checked in for Lewis. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Madsen's checked in. And so here is Philadelphia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Elbow shot. Cunningham's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Dawkins, good.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Shoots from 12. And off the glass. That one's good. He's got 15.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Halloween night. Break, and this game should be a treat.
Yeah, fun holiday makes for a fun atmosphere. Expect this crowd to be engaged.
Butler, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
He gets that one. Cunningham's got 14 points.
And the strength of Cunningham. Fantastic job there scoring on the defense.
Here's Whitehead, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Look, I've always heard that every team when on the road will have a team. So it's Philadelphia, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans half-court shot from the line. They're thinking about the shot. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Philadelphia 76ers.
I mean, when you go inside and impose your will this way, you're delivering a gut punch.
Yeah, there's a whole other half to go, but the way they're winning this makes them the heavy favorite now. And now let's take a look at our power rankings. And that is a wrap.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been a clinic out there by Thunder.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
A moment for an injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Philadelphia let me know the status. I'm told that he has a sprained finger, and right now they've got ice on it to try and help with the swelling. He won't return for this game, and depending on the final prognosis, he may miss a number of games before making a return. I'll let you know more details as soon as I find them out. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
We've got Johnson. Hardaway is out there with Hampton. And it's Rivers, and it's Cunningham in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And here's Barnes for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Hampton's got his 6th rebound on the night. The kick out to Cunningham. Johnson with it. Now Smith defending. Hardaway passes to Cunningham. Rivers sets the pick for Cunningham. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Johnson. A three-pointer off the mark. And for Brooklyn, no shooting in this game, 45%. He takes it in. Got a piece of it. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Hardaway passes to Rivers. And Barnes comes to help. Johnson kicks to Cunningham. The 76ers with another miss.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half, 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And Cunningham with the block. Here's Hampton. Here's Rivers. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
For Philadelphia, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Thunder passes to Smith, and the layup's good off the glass. Smith's got 7.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Cunningham outside. And it's off from three-point range. And there's the drive. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Both free throws good from Thunder. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Cunningham for 3. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
And you see that one-motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Brooklyn, Scotty Barnes.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's the 3. And Dawkins pulls it down. Dawkins has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and you're seeing a larger influx in talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. To the paint. And the layup is good. Barnes has got 8.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham double. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
For 3, Smith. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
The 76ers leading by 18, and the foul called on Thunder. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Both teams deciding to change it up. Outside Hardaway. Here's Rivers. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Hardaway has got 4 assists now tonight.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Knocked away. Barnes passes to Thunder. Rivers with it. Headed now by Barnes. A shot by Hampton with no one around. No good on the 3.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
They're making this a runaway.
And The only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Rivers. Rebound, Brooklyn. Dawkins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. The Nets have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Shoots a 3. That shot, no good. Nets trail by 17. Wells in the corner. Pass to Hampton. Wells comes with the double team. 76ers moving the ball around. Another miss by Philadelphia. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Rivers from the baseline. Wells grabs the miss. Nets shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Here's Barnes. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Rivers has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Thunder passes to Barnes. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Rivers is to the middle. They could use a bucket. And Hampton lays it up and in. Hampton's got 11 points.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
And that one drops.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Philadelphia leading by 15. Shoots from 14. Rebound, Brooklyn.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
And it's Rivers with the rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. Here's Thunder. No good on the quick 3.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Dawkins. Wells is out there with Barnes. And it's Thunder. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Driving to the basket. And it's blocked. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players. So I think it's a good thing overall.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
That's been all night long. And also dominating the offensive boards, and that's been winning them a lot of extra looks at the hoop.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Wells. Drills it from outside.
Pick works well there.
Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Thunder, and he uses the glass on the layup. Thunder's got 14 points now in the second half.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Pass to Hampton. From outside the arc, it's good from long range. Hampton's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. Butler, he's checked in for Brooklyn. On defense, the 76ers. Here's Whitehead. Here's Thunder. Now Wells, shot clock at 6. Over Munoz. Whitehead with the rebound. Whitehead's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Stripped it away. Pass to Thunder. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league. Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Look to me like just
season's not over. Plenty of time left. These Hoosiers think they know ball, but you'll show them.